The way in which we each navigate relationships is significantly influenced not only by our childhood experiences, but can also be passed down through generations. In a sense, we inherit the attachment styles and relationship patterns of our ancestors. And while this might be disheartening for some, it's important to remember that our nervous system is designed with neuroplasticity, which means that our brains have the capacity to form and reorganize new pathways, new ways of responding to stimuli. Many of us were raised by parents carrying unresolved wounds from their own childhood that were compounded by the ancestral struggles that were passed down to them. And this likely caused them to struggle in their own relationships because they were never taught how to manage and respond to their emotions. And all of that was passed down to you. The good news, though, is that our relationship patterns and attachment styles are not written in stone. They can be changed with the help of new experiences, one of which I will be leading you through in this video today. Whether conscious or not, some parents who live with ongoing hurt encourage their own children to take care of them. Your parents are supposed to be there to protect you, to meet your needs, and to care for you, not the other way around. Children are not designed or mature enough to solve the problems of adults or operate as a surrogate caregiver or partner. If any of this sounds familiar to you, I invite you to follow along for this brief exercise to help reorient you towards secure attachment by reimagining your mother. Before we begin, take a moment to remove any distractions, possibly turn off your notifications on your device or shut the door to the room that you're in. And then get into a comfortable seated position. Let's begin with a couple deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Take another deep breath in and then exhale. Allow the gentle rhythm of your breath to just relax you in this space. Now, I invite you to picture your mother. Maybe close your eyes if that helps. And imagine her in front of you as she was growing up. Try to get a clear feeling of who your mother was and what she was all about. What her concerns were. What her needs were. What challenges she faced. Do your best to sense into her experience as vividly as you can. Now, imagine that your mother had all the support she needed from other caring adults when she faced any hardship. In this fantasy, imagine that she had access to whatever strength, trait, bit of wisdom, or community to help her in exactly the way she needed through her childhood and even into her adulthood. It's crucial that you don't imagine yourself fulfilling these needs. When you're visualizing in this exercise, imagine that other capable and caring adults were there for her. As your mother's child, you don't need to do anything. You are simply watching it all happen in front of you. Observe this movie that you are crafting in your imagination. Witness these competent, nourishing adults take care of your mother, and notice the details of the results of their care. Maybe your mother smiles more or walks a little lighter in the world. Perhaps she's happier, stronger, and more resourced to meet the challenges ahead. Notice the change in her as she gets what she needs. She may be growing, healing, having fun, and enjoying more energy. She may be able to be more attentive and less resentful as a parent. Now, I invite you to turn your attention to yourself. How do you feel as a child with your mother now that you imagine her as completely taken care of, protected, supported, enjoyed, and satisfied? Take a moment here to explore these questions and experience any new thoughts, feelings, and sensations that come up for you. And when you're ready, bring your awareness back to your breath and back to your surroundings in the present moment. Allow this experience to confirm that it was never your responsibility to take care of her unmet needs. Many people experience a profound sense of relief after engaging in this exercise. Some are able to visualize enjoying their childhood and feel carefree for possibly the first time ever. It's important that the emotional, psychological, and spiritual parts of you get a chance to feel just how different your childhood would have been if your mother would have had access to the right people, the right environment, and the right resources. Take a moment now at the conclusion of this exercise to write down what this practice was like for you. What happens when you imagine that your mother was well-resourced? How did that make you feel? Feel free to return to this video and this exercise as many times as you need.